don't flex. I roll deep, don't sleep, we next. All good wrecks, got checks on checks. These parties rated XXX.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dan Jack here, and today we are starting a brand new series that I'm really excited about because Minecraft is the game that got me going with all video games. So this is exciting for me. I've been waiting for this day, and the series that we're going to be doing with this game, I'm going to call Minecraft Skylines, and it's kind of an homage to City Skylines, the city builder game. But basically what we're going to be doing is trying to build a city in Minecraft. But the thing is too, is I don't want to use any aid to do this. I want to place every block by hand. I want to do everything by hand, figure everything out myself. I don't want any help of, whatever programs are out there to make this process go faster. I want to do it the hard way because that's how I've always played Minecraft. That's how I like to play Minecraft, and so I just want to keep it that way. So I'm very excited about this. It should be fun. It should be able to last really as long as I want it to, because we can make the city as big as we want it to, so that'll be fun too. One of the things about this city that I really want to make sure we try to capture here is life. I want to make it seem like it's alive. I want to make it seem like there are people living here, like there are things going on. So all the stuff that we're doing, we're going to try to make it as close to realistic as possible. Now there are obviously going to be some things that really can't be realistic because obviously we're working with blocks and whatnot, so it'll be a little difficult at times, but we're going to do our best. So also, I'm going to kind of use this series to talk to you guys a little bit, especially this episode. We'll talk more about the building in future episodes, but for this one especially, since this is the first one and it's still one of my first videos, so I kind of want to get it out there, who I am, what am I doing here, basically. So I am currently in college. I'm a college student, and I am a film major. And so this YouTube channel is not for me to become popular. This YouTube channel is not for me to make money or whatever other reason you could have a YouTube channel. This is to help me practice, basically. I want to practice making content. I want to practice editing. I want to practice all the things that have to do with making videos and uploading videos and all of that sort of stuff. So this is fun for me. This is what I'm going to school for. So I'm doing it as practice to help myself get better. Now, that being said, it's a lot more fun when you have an audience there to watch you. So I'm not saying, like, ignore me, but, So that's basically why I'm here. I just wanted to get that out there so you guys know that's why I'm starting so late. That's why I'm playing old games, because I'm doing what I like to do, and making videos is what I like to do, and playing Minecraft is what I like to do. And I know the Minecraft community is kind of gone by this point. I'm about 3 years too late on this, but that's okay for me because I'm not here for the views. So about this building, what we're doing for this one is this is going to be a restaurant. This is one of the smaller buildings we're going to have. Actually, possibly the smallest in terms of height. But I just wanted to kind of start out fairly simple, just to make this video a little shorter so that it wouldn't be too big of a drag for me to try and talk through it and explain everything about myself and what I'm doing. So this one's a restaurant. It's going to be 2 stories eventually when I get to the interior, which should be happening soon. The exterior is simple, but at the same time you have to keep in mind that this is going to be in the middle of a bunch of other buildings. So you don't want it too detailed because things can become too busy very, very quickly. So you got to kind of be careful with that. So I just kind of basically took that same design that I did on the front and just put it on the whole building, except for that back corner because there's going to be another building there, so you won't see it anyway. But it's a pretty basic design. And so on this roof, like I was talking about earlier, I want to create life in this city. And if you go to a city, the roofs are not just flat roofs. There's things on them, whether it be, pools on hotels or whatever. I want to try and create life. So this was basically just an attempt to make it look like there were things going on the roof, like maybe a fan or a heater or something like that. So now we're moving on to the interior. And basically the idea I wanted to create with this was I wanted it to feel like it was warm. I wanted it to feel like almost a cabin-y feel from the inside. But at the same time, it isn't a big city, and obviously most big cities are modern. So I wanted to create that to where it looks like it's a warm building that's mixed with the modern feel. And I was kind of struggling with that. I wasn't crazy about this floor. I ended up going with it anyway because most of it was covered up. But I wanted to basically try and make it look as warm as possible with also keeping the modern feel, which this little raised up area that I'm putting here in the corner helped with that a lot, as well as the tables that we'll end up going with. In just a moment you'll see the tables that we go with, but that kind of helped portray that modern feel. And so at this point I was just kind of putting a roof here just because it was way too open. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. I wasn't sure what I could put up there, maybe apartments or whatever, but I just decided to close it off for right then. But I definitely wanted a big chandelier right here in the middle. And as I was working on this, I slowly started to realize that this was kind of becoming more of like an upscale sort of restaurant. So I kind of tried to portray that and everything else that I was doing as well. So this staircase was a pain in the butt because I tried it in stone first, hated how it blended with the walls right there, so I switched it to wood. I liked the wood, but I hated the supports underneath the iron bars. It just looked horrible and there was stuff everywhere and it didn't look good at all. So eventually I'm going to tear that all down, and we end up going with spruce logs instead. And I think it looks a lot better. It's still not perfect. I would like it to look a little bit better, but it will get the point across for what we're going for. And it'll do its job of closing it off and making it look supported. So then we had that awkward gap there, so I just filled it in with the cobblestone walls and did the same thing around the edges for a railing. So now we're coming outside to work on a table design, and I was a little bit disappointed. I should have known, I don't know how I didn't know, but that you couldn't put pressure plates on top of glass, because you can't put it on glass blocks, so why would you be able to put it on glass panes? I don't know, but we ended up going with the brown stained glass and the black carpet for our table. And I think it works really well because it portrays that idea that it's a warm building with a modern touch to it, and I like that a lot. And so I was just trying to kind of go through here and get a few different table layouts in there to kind of represent like a real restaurant. And so I tried some booths over here, and these turned out okay. But obviously I didn't want the tables too close to each other. And I also wanted to make it look as realistic of a layout as possible. So I was trying to think of like, waiters or waitresses coming through and make sure that it wouldn't be a problem. So now I was working on the desk as soon as you walk into the building, where you put in your reservations or whatever you're doing, and like the specials board, which I'll put on there in a minute. I decided not to put it right there, but there'll be a specials thing. I just did it on front. So that was a very simple little desk. So then we go upstairs, and this is where I decided to put the kitchen, but I realized the windows were too high up, so I just raised the whole floor up a block, and we didn't need that much height anyway in this kitchen, so I wasn't too worried about that. I'm not extremely happy with this kitchen overall. It just kind of feels like there's a lot of super random bulky blocks placed all over the place. But it gets the message across that it's supposed to be a kitchen. So, I mean, I guess I'll leave it for now. It might be something to come back and visit at some point in the future, but it works for right now. So I was just trying to get a couple different oven-looking things over there, and I got like the fire oven, and then the other one, I don't really know what it is, but it kind of looks like it could be a stovetop or something. So we put our fridge over there, and over here we're going to be working on some sinks, and I first tried it with hoppers, and then I later realized that why use hoppers when you can use cauldrons and then actually fill them with water. So eventually that's what I did. Right here, I'll fill them with water, but so, I mean, this kitchen, like I said, it's kind of just stuff everywhere, but it turned out okay. So this is the final product of the interior, the inside of the restaurant. This is the kitchen from that side, kitchen from the other side, and like I said, I wasn't terribly happy with it, but it'll work. So this is our final building out here, and remember that this is going to be surrounded by a bunch of other buildings also, so it might look a little bit strange right now by itself, but I think it's a good start for our city here once we get all the other stuff put in there. So with that being said, that's going to end the episode for today. That's what I'm going to try to do for most of the episodes for this series, is it's going to be just one building, exterior and interior. Most of them will take a little bit longer than this because they'll be a little bigger than this building, but that's going to be the layout. So thank you guys for watching the very first episode of Minecraft Skylines, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. And until next time, see you guys later. Peace.